Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with my review of Spider-Man: No Way Home. This is going to be a little different from how I would normally do a movie review because there's not a lot I can talk. It's going to be hard to talk about the movie without spoiling anything. I am considering anything in the trailers as fair game. So yes, anything that was at least clearly shown in the trailers will be mentioned. But for those who may not know, which I kind of find hard to believe that anyone that would be watching this that wouldn't, but Spider-Man: No Way Home is the third collaboration between Sony and Marvel Studios, starring focusing on Spider-Man, obviously. It picks up right where Far From Home left off with J. Jonah Jameson revealing via a video sent by presumably a henchman of the totally dead. No way he's not dead, Mysterio, and it reveals Spider-Man's identity. It was really good, and it's quite possibly the best live-action Spider-Man so far. Cast-wise, Tom Holland's back, Zendaya is back, Jacob Batalon is back, Ned Leeds. J.K. Simmons returns as J. Jonah Jameson. We've also got Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, Benedict Wong as, Wong. Marissa Tomei is back as Aunt May, and John Favreau's back as Happy Hogan. We also have, returning to the franchise, Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus, Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, and Thomas Hayden Church as Sandman. A lot of it. A friend of mine brought up a really good point that a lot of it is focused on the idea that comic book movies haven't really handled villains well ever. Mainly in the fact that most comic book movies end with the villain dying. There are exceptions to this, obviously. The Christopher Reeve Superman movies. There are some villains from the Schumacher Batman movies that survived. Kingpin and Bullseye and the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie. A lot of X-Men villains survived as well. There's a lot of there are quite a few comic book movies where yes, the villain was killed, which kind of hamstrings what you can do later if you're trying to build a film franchise. But there's a lot of things that do that, and maybe I'll talk about that another day. But we get a lot of we get some returned villains from previous Spider-Man franchises due to the spell that Spider-Man tries to have Doctor Strange cast that would cause everyone to forget he's Spider-Man. But then, of course, Spider-Man, as seen in the trailers, Spider-Man mucks it up by saying, oh, MJ, oh, Ned, oh, Aunt May, just everyone who knew it was Spider-Man before, and it kind of mucks with the multiverse, which no one else has been messing with at all. Certainly not Loki, or Sylvie, or maybe possibly Wanda Maximoff. No one's been mucking with that. But it was really good. It was great seeing it. All the characters, the returned characters. And the visuals were great too because you get some of that really weird stuff like like you would see in a Doctor Strange movie, or in the Doctor Strange centric portions of, say, Infinity War, which the whole mirror dimension thing, which that whole thing with where you see Spider-Man on the train and it kind of builds around him. That's him being in the mirror dimension, which is oh, it's so cool. It looks so cool. There were we there were some characters who got finally got some at least somewhat comic accurate looks, so that was great. God, it just yeah, there's so much, and there's so much I want to talk about that I can't because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Um, this really makes me reconsider my whole thought on making a separate spoiler video after the fact, but that would likely require going to see the movie twice, and yeah. Um, but yeah, just it was so good. Just everything about it. I mean, oh yeah. Like I said, it's the best live action Superman movie or Spider-Man movie. The only Spider-Man. The reason I quantify it as best live action is because let's be honest, Into the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie. That is a quantifiable fact. But yeah, it just and it just yeah. It I, I'm still trying. I guess I'm still trying to process it, but yeah, I mean, just and I wish I could say so much more. I want to tell you about so much stuff, tell you so much what happens, but I just can't. And I also want to ask all of you, at least until New Year's, until the beginning of 2022, do not comment any spoilers. YouTube tells me I get comments. I will read. If your comment seems spoiler. I will delete it. But oh man, just yeah, huge. Just, and everyone's great too. Just man, I actually kind of do want to see it again. That's the thing. Like I'm talking about how don't want to do a spoiler video, but I still kind of want to watch it again. Just yeah. I mean, so much happens, and there's everything. None of it feels like just tacked on. It all feels like it matters, and just, um, it's great. It's honestly, this is the second best movie I've seen all year after Dune. I wouldn't say it's a distant second, but I also wouldn't call it a close second. But still, second best movie I've seen this year, aside from after Dune. Um, yeah, just it, it's a 5 out of 5. Plain and simple. I can't. And like anything I could say as a down for it, it would be nitpicking, just nitpicky bullshit that for the sake of nitpicking, and I'm not doing that. But I guess that's really all I can say for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying, "Live long, rock hard." And if you haven't, go see Spider-Man No Way Home.